All right. Exciting, exciting, exciting.
Do 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 do. Is my camera angle good? Yeah, it's it's different in every stream. Kilgore Void, hello.
I'm different at every stream.
All right, we're getting awfully close on these gene stealers. Pretty soon, my genes will have been stolen. A small herd of giraffes, hello.
Hi.
Breaking out the slow dry paint medium because I want to do a little wet blending. And if you want to wet blend, you got to make your paint wet.
Wet.
That's
Wet,
key.
wet.
Lucky bat, ooh. Classic. Vlasic.
Jurassic.
Don't get too attached. They all have to go back to the soup eventually. I love the Gene Stealer lore so much. Like, because technically the Gene Stealers are just goo. And depending on the situation, the goo forms itself into whatever it needs. If it needs to be spaceships, if it needs to be flying vehicles, if it needs to be tanks.
Space goo.
Kevin Bruick. Evening all.
Hey.
Aren't we all just goo deep down? Pretty much. But I'm not much good at wet blending, so I'm excited to try this. I would love to paint something that really could use a lot of wet blending. I feel like wet blending, though, it necessitates a certain type of model. Something with, like, panels that would be hit differently with different colors. I saw somebody painted I watched a video of somebody doing a really good example of wet blending, and the model they used was hilarious. It was like an anime high school girl, and I'm like, oh, that's okay. But then I noticed that it had like a tactical shotgun. Other than that, it was a completely normal anime girl, and I was like, oh, this is
interesting.
A lot of really good painters on the YouTubes. And more are showing up every day. Craig Turpin!
Hi, Craig.
Kilgore Void, I think we watched the same video. Kilgore Void, I think we always watch the same videos.
Yep, that sounds about right. You're on the same wavelength.
Alright, it's time to paint some weapons. It was that really cool shotgun that has the double stack magazine. It has... It's kind of got, like, you know how shotguns have two tubes? One is the barrel and one is the magazine? It has three. The top one is the barrel, and then the bottom two are full of shotgun shells. And so that begs the question, well, how many tubes can you go? You know, can we have an 18-tube shotgun?
You better be able to. Hey, Dr. Drokel.
Dr. D. Always go for
So
a Pancor jackhammer. Yes, the most amazing and fictional shotgun there is. Although supposedly prototypes were made.
So you went. So you decided not to do the speckling.
Yeah, I think they look good.
So are you done? Are you done with the carapace and their jeans?
Yeah, I'm
Then
done with
you're just
the
going for the
flesh.
weapons.
Or the hard flesh.
Mm-hmm.
This was the SCP wiki. It'd be the flesh that hates. Kevin Brook. Only one Pancor exists. And does it even work? Kilgore Void. I think Gun Jesus covered it. I feel like I've seen that video. But it has been in most video games, so its legacy lives long. It lives large.
Large and in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Joy Flores, getting close with my test Ultramarines. Once I write down the process, we'll go at it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's always smart to write down what you did.
Yeah. Also, I think I'm learning something
Exciting.
about wet blending. Put a color underneath that's similar to the colors you're painting with. Because I keep
sense.
wiping away my paint and then it's just pink. And I'm like, I don't want pink. Kilgore Void, are we going to get some SCP miniatures? Do such things exist? Like, the SCP wiki is a place where teenagers can write spooky stories. I'd be down for some models, but I don't know who would make them.
It seems like someone makes everything.
That's true. That is very true. What company was I looking at yesterday? They had some neat stuff. Ooh, do you know who's the best? What's the best SCP? It's Garfield. I don't know the names because the names are just numbers. But one of the SCPs is Garfield, is like an evil Garfield. And if Garfield's popularity ever wanes, an evil Garfield shows up and murders people. So the SCP Wiki is trying its darndest to keep Garfield alive by like making sure Garfield remains relevant and popular. It's one of my favorites.
That's that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Small herd of giraffes. Just finished painting some super colorful orcs.
Ooh.
Love a good basing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you follow one of our basing tutorials? Or did you freeball it? Craig Turpin ordered a Anycubic Photon Mono X today.
Ooh.
Resin printer.
That's
awesome.
a number and a printer.
Mm-hmm. Small herd of giraffes freeballed it. Ain't nothing wrong with freeballing it. That's how you learn a lot. Are you happy with it?
Craig Turpin, ooh, that one looks good, but I'm holding off. So for the new EPAX E10 with the 5K 10-inch screen, been printing dreads and would love to do it all in one plate. Neat.
Wow, I like it.
I have still not jumped on the printer bandwagon. I feel like there's only so much time in the day, and I could be painting.
That's true. It is its own hobby.
Yeah, I'm sure eventually it'll happen for me, but especially if I get back into prop building. Ooh, I really want to make something. I don't think I'm gonna get to because of time, and why would I? But I got a book today. I went out and I went to a used bookstore and I got the art of the Ghost in the Shell movie.
A deal.
I got the art of Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson, the one that everyone loved, right? Everyone loved that movie.
Yeah,
It doesn't have
nobody hated
it doesn't have pages and pages and pages of 1-star reviews on IMDb. It doesn't crush my soul every day that everything I love people hate. But there's some unbelievably cool props in that movie. There's a gun that sits in a briefcase, and it's like a Thompson submachine gun, like the old World War II gun. And it's like, but it's super modernized. And it has a carry handle, and the carry handle of the gun is also the carry handle of the briefcase it lives in. It's so cool. But I would love to make that. I think I would get an airsoft gun, because I think that'd be easy. Because I'd get the whole Thompson that way, and then I would just start grinding away, and then I would make Nick 3D print stuff for me, and then and they also have these fun things that are it's like, so apparently in the future there's disposable machine guns that are made of like paper. And it's great. And I want one. I don't think anyone saw this movie because when I went to see it, I was alone. There was like 4 other people in the theater with me. All my friends were boycotting it.
I wasn't. I didn't want to go.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah. Hey Jay, if you are into prop building, you should check out the RPF. Oh, I'm a member. Tons of great research and picks and knowledgeable members, even some famous ones like Adam Savage. Oh yes, I am very familiar with the Replica Prop Forum. Kilgore Void, at least paper mache guns are eco-friendly. I love it. It's
true.
There's one it's just an Uzi, and what's great is it has like a little cap that you're meant to pull off before you start shooting, like when you buy ballpoint pens.
That's great.
I think Tested and Adam Savage actually did look at a lot of the props because it's Weta Workshop, which is one of the best in the world, and Adam is in love with them, as am I. I love them. They've done movies like, well, they did Ghost in the Shell. They did District 9. They did other things that I can't think of right this second. But oh, they did. I want to say they did Alita Battle Angel, another movie I love that everyone hates. I can't win. What is this world we're living in, where no one likes robots anymore but me?
That's true. Robots aren't cool.
I guess not. I found the RPF originally through the Dented Helmet forum, Boba Fett costuming props, because I built a life-size Boba Fett display years ago. Wow! That's pretty badass, Dr. Trokel. Kilgore Void, it was really weird watching the behind the scenes of the Matrix Revolutions and seeing Adam Savage working on props. Yeah, he did work on Matrix Revolutions. And he worked on Star Wars. He worked on the best one, Attack of the Clones. Yeah, it's interesting that they didn't get like engineers and stuff to be on MythBusters. They got like Hollywood special effects people, and that's probably what made it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also got Jamie, who's a complete weirdo. He has a degree in Russian linguistics. And he ran away from home when he was like 16. I think it's just that those intellectual properties are old robots. Everyone wants the robots that look like Boston Dynamic.
Those are lame robots.
Oh, R.I.P. Grant Imahara. Yeah, he did pass away not too long ago.
Yeah.
He was a cool guy. He always struck me as the only smart one of the other three. Like, there was Adam Savage and Jamie, and then there was the other team. And he was the smart one. Good old Tori Balashi and Carrie Byron. I also remember as soon as MythBusters wrapped up, or as soon as MythBusters wrapped up, Grant Imahara did a spot for McDonald's, and he got a lot of crap for it. Boston Dynamics robots are lame for now. Has anyone seen Corridor Digital's Boston Dynamics videos? Where they made a Boston Dynamic robot that like shot at the handlers and behaved badly. It's pretty funny.
Naughty robot.
Mm-hmm.
A bad robot, if you will.
That's J.J. Abrams' production company.
Mm-hmm. That's who you're named after.
Mm-hmm. I love JJ. I don't care if not every one of his movies is great. Why does everything have to be great to be fine? Carrie didn't have to be smart even though she was. Invest in Cyberdyne. Has anyone seen the deleted scene from Terminator 3 where we find out why the Terminator looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger? And it's because, like, there was this really, really flamboyant guy who was the template.
Oh my god.
Thank goodness they deleted this. They cut the scene out of the movie. But you find out that actually the reason he looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger is because they based the molds off of some really, really annoying army guy. And they dubbed Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice with like a Texan. It's very cringy, like a lot of things from Terminator 3. Joy Flores, probably because once you've seen the best, why settle for less? Example, Star Wars Episode 1 compared to Episode 7. Yes, Episode 1 is far superior. If any of you guys are into movies, you seek out Arnold Schwarzenegger movies that have an audio commentary by Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's the best thing ever. He just explains the movie. So in this scene, I walk over to the bar. He just does that for the entire movie. He doesn't talk about anything. Yes, A Small Heart of Draft. The first two Terminator movies are legendary. Have you seen the Aurelianus Boston Dynamics Horror Edition videos on YouTube? I have not. Sounds neat, though. I like the idea of the Boston Dynamics robots being like horror characters. That happens a lot in movies, like Ex Machina, which also stars Poe Dameron, and it stars General Hux.
The actual characters.
Yes, yeah, not the actors, the characters.
It's a crossover.
It is. Ex Machina is great. Dr. Drunkle, he talks about Lady Terminator's boobs getting bigger and how great that was for him on the Terminator 3 commentary. I remember that. Yeah, it is worth checking out. I bet people have put him up on YouTube.
Those people are angels.
Yep. They're the real heroes.
Yeah.
I love audio commentaries. It's the problem with physical media going away is that's probably going to be the end of special features. That can't be like marketed as their own thing, like the new Mandalorian behind the scenes.
You think people just throw them up online?
Yeah, but are they going to keep making them? Like when new movies come out, are they going to put in the special features? I remember, I don't know, a while ago what they would do is they would have, like, the special features play after the movie's done. Because they can't have a menu anymore.
Well, what if you just went online and you watched it online? Like, you just search the movie with the behind the scenes.
That's true. They could do that. But that's not an incentive to make a purchase.
What if you see the behind the scenes, you're like, wow, someone looked like this took a lot of work. And then you want to watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Watching the behind the scenes for The Mandalorian, maybe you want to watch The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm. Kilgore Void, I don't break like character till I done a DVD commentary. Good old Robert Downey Jr. in blackface.
Yeah.
Which was appropriate for the material. It was appropriate in how inappropriate it was. He doesn't break character also in the DVD commentary. You know what's great? Robert Downey Jr. was on Joe Rogan, and he seemed like a big dummy.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, actors have an amazing ability to portray interesting, deep, complicated characters. And then as soon as you meet them as individuals, it's like, oh, that's not you.
What did he say that was weird?
He kept trying to be philosophical, but he couldn't.
Well, that's just what an actor is.
He couldn't find the words because he doesn't know any.
Yeah, well, yeah, because actors are just a mug of coffee you pour coffee in, you know? Just a coffee mug to pour coffee in. Yeah. I mean, we met a lot of actors.
Mm-hmm. I watched the behind the scenes of Pink Flamingos, and I may not want to watch anything ever again. Oh my god, there's behind the scenes of Pink Flamingos? That sounds like a nightmare.
Craig Turpin brought up a good point. Maybe he was high.
Well, I'm assuming he was high. I mean, that's a given.
That is the problem with Joe Rogan. Mm-hmm. If you don't say no, you might end up being drunk and high on the show.
Yep. That is very, very true. But and nothing against Robert Downey. He's an amazing actor. It's just interesting.
Right.
Love Iron Man. Kilgore Void. Pink Flamingos was divine. I get it. A small herd of giraffes. Quick question. If I have bright yellow and purple elements in a mini, what color should I use as a shade? You want a shade to throw over yellow and purple? Because you probably want to shade those differently. Like you'd probably want to use a yellow or orange on the yellow parts, and you'd probably want to use a black or a purple on the purple parts.
And do you have those parts finished? Because if you send the mini, maybe it's easier to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you throw it up in the subreddit or Patreon or whatever.
But yeah, I would almost always suggest shading like areas and not just the entire model. Because sometimes, most of the time, if you shade the entire model, your model is going to be all of a sudden 3 shades darker than it was. Which can be fine if you're going to then highlight everything right back up to full.
Tossed in the sub. All right, let me pull it up. Dunk your whole model into wood
That's
stain.
true, Kilgore Void. That always works.
Double burp.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Oh, God, that movie has one of my favorite quotes of all time from any movie. When finally everything has been laid out for Ben Stiller and everything's on the table, he looks to camera and says, "I'm a rooster illusion." I don't know why. That moment gets me so good. I'm a rooster illusion.
And I just sent you a link.
All right.
Apply this color a little differently. Ah. The whole world
It's okay.
fell
I'm just
down.
being robbed. No big deal.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, wow. Okay, so that is a very bright orc. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're going for. Do you want it to get real dark real fast? Because if you threw a black wash over everything, that would definitely darken things up. But if you want your yellow to be yellow and your purple to be purple, you should definitely selectively wash them. An Airgrax Earthshade could look nice over the yellow. And a Nuln Oil or a purple wash would look good over the purple parts. Mm-hmm. You could try maybe, if you have a medium, you could try watering down a black paint. Throwing a 50-50 mix of medium and black, or a medium and black wash, and see what that does. Kilgore Void suggests Reichland Flesh Shade over the yellow. World War Art didn't get an ad. Well, how am I going to make any money?
Well, you should stop using ad
You should
blocker.
refresh a bunch of times until you get an ad. No, just count yourself lucky that you didn't need to watch an ad.
It's good to know that you were getting a bunch of ads before, though.
World War Art does not have an ad blocker. Well, that's good. That means that you're giving your content creators their full 1/100th of a cent.
Yeah, that's really
It is
nice.
Ad blockers are amazing. They work. It gets to the point. I don't believe advertising works. The only thing I think it does is it puts
I think it definitely does.
It puts, like, if it's a big brand, it kind of makes sense, which I guess is what advertising is for. But who sees a car that looks identical to every single car and is like, ooh, maybe I'll get a Kia Sorento.
I think it's like a subliminal messaging. It just really just starts. You start you young with just learning ads, so that by the time you're ready to buy a car, like Chevy is the one that I want to get. I want to get a Chevy, or I want to get a Ford.
Maybe, but it seems like ads either don't work or are magically working.
I think that they spend a lot of money on them for a reason.
I think it might be just hopes and dreams.
I think that they work.
Nobody wants a Kia Sorento. A small herd of drafts. My dad worked as an ad man, and he was the first to tell me that all ads are bullshit.
Well, if they're bullshit, are they bullshit, but they still work?
Yeah, that's true. They're definitely bullshit. But do they?
Because they are bullshit.
You know what advertising does work is movies. You got to get the trailer in front of people.
I thought you were gonna say you have to have Apple computers in the movie. Oh god,
I can't watch Apple advertising. It's so douchey. We are reinventing the same laptop we come out with every year. Revolutionary.
Yeah.
Do you know why we lost the headphone jack? 'Cause we're brave.
They are. You're so brave.
Yeah. A small herd of drafts. In terms of they work, but not in the way you think. You get their jingle stuck in your head, and it becomes a subliminal thing, and it takes away your illusion of choice.
I think that's what it is. Like I said, as a kid, you learn all about Chevy, and then you want to make a decision. I think the thing that's different about you is you don't buy anything
That's
anyways.
true, I don't.
Because I know a bunch of people that are like, that have been brought up to buy things. And it feels like, well, why do you like that product? Well, I don't know. I've always heard about them.
I called it years ago that we'd start getting teasers for teasers. And here we fracking are.
Yeah.
That's true. Apparently though it is a thing. If you're too teasy and you don't kind of give away the movie, then people aren't excited. But if you kind of tell people the whole movie, then they're like, "Okay, I'll make the journey to go see that." You know what's the best teaser trailer that's ever been teased? Mad Max Fury Road. Holy cow! I watch that trailer from time to time. It just brings tears to my eyes. It's so badass. Like I remember I had a Hulu subscription for a little while, and I had like the cheap one, where you see the same ad 9 times in a row. Mm-hmm. And I remember for like the 100th time listening to the ad, being like, I don't know what this ad's for. Let me pay attention and see what this ad's for. And it was for like TripAdvisor. And I was like, I could probably...
Was there a gnome in it?
No, it was some douchey guy being like, hey, this hotel's all booked up, but I got a room. Because I could probably quote you the entire thing line by line, and I did not know what it was for.
Well, that's just because you don't listen.
No. You know why I had Hulu? So I could watch Mike Tyson Mysteries. Which is great. It's a great show. Ooh, episode 1 had a really good teaser. Did you guys ever see the dude in England who messed with TripAdvisor and got his backyard to be a #1 rated restaurant in London? That's pretty great.
That's awesome. And were people showing up there?
It's another thing he said. If it pissed you off and makes you hate it, you remember what the ad was for. That is true. It doesn't matter whether you liked the product or not. Good night, World War Art.
Good night.
That is interesting.
Bye.
I don't think I'll ever use TripAdvisor though, because I don't think I'll ever take a trip.
No.
Maybe Canada, but I'll just drive. There'll be... It's not like there's not going to be hotels. Or I'll just sleep in my car.
That's true.
You know, I'll cuddle up next to a moose. Or maybe I go to a Canadian jail and I get to have that experience.
That'd be fun. It sounds like more fun than a normal jail. Or an American jail. Normal's probably the wrong word.
Craig Turpin, come to Canada. We have hotels and motels.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs TripAdvisor? What even is TripAdvisor? I guess it helps you get a hotel. Can't you just call up the hotel?
Yeah, but I think they do packages too. Like you get a car and a plane ticket, and they massage you.
I'm sure they find you all the best deals too, right?
Yeah, they give you all the good, all the best deals, and then they find like biddies for you and everything. I mean, they do it all.
I don't remember that from the ad.
Oh yeah, that's part of it.
Okay, well they should have promoted that. Or maybe it was Trivago. I don't even remember.
I think Trivago's the gnome. One of them's the gnome.
Yeah, one of them is the gnome.
And one of them's an owl, isn't it? I don't know.
No, isn't the owl like allergy relief? Is the owl Allegra?
I think we're bad. I think we're bad consumers.
Very bad consumers.
I feel like I wrote off things I don't need. Because I think right when you start thinking, I have indigestion, then you start thinking of all the jingles in your head about pooping or whatever. But like, I don't
Yeah.
need that right now. I'm never gonna take a trip in my life. So I don't need any of that.
You need to buy things like the shake weight and the Baconator. I do like a Baconator.
Yeah, I do like the Baconator too.
So guns and more guns.
I haven't had Wendy's in a long time.
I don't have any guns. I don't know if I'm ever gonna have a gun. Seems like a hassle.
I mean, are you an American then?
No, I'm not. Yeah, you're not a citizen until you own a Glock.
Yep. At least.
I wouldn't say no to shooting a gun.
Yeah, I don't feel like.
It's kind of like a boat. I want to
Yeah.
know someone who lets me use their gun.
Yeah, exactly.
They have to do all the work and upkeep and maintenance and figure out what bullets go in it.
You guys seriously don't want to travel? Asked Craig Turpin. I guess it's just not the priority right now.
Yeah, there's some place. I like road
I lived
trips.
here. I lived in Wisconsin. I lived in California. I live here now.
Yeah.
I drove all the way to California and back. I feel like I saw some stuff. I feel like I just want my life to be normal.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll do some traveling.
Like it seems like it would be neat, but yeah, I just can't picture it right now. The only thing I can picture is maybe road trips because those are fun, and they're pretty much hassle free.
They are. They are.
You just go.
I want to go. I want to go up, like northern Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Well, probably not now. Yeah, Minnesota. Like the Boundary Waters, I've heard is really cool.
Every American child receives a gun at birth and a Netflix subscription. They come out of the womb.
Yeah.
They come out of the womb with a 45. They come out of the womb with a baby 380. All right, now we're going to wet blend. A small herd of giraffes wants to travel, but also doesn't want COVID. You know what? You know what's the one thing though I would like to travel for? Food. Like I would just smorgasbord.
Maybe that's what. I think we start a travel channel
yeah,
show.
where I just eat.
Two idiots in a car.
Just like Buffalo Burger. We're pulling over. We're pulling over. I'm getting a Buffalo Burger. The car is just full of Pepto and empty plastic containers.
Yep.
Like I don't nothing at Disney World really gets me excited except like the 50 restaurants within a 2-mile walk.
Yeah. That's very true.
And it's not like it's gonna be bad. It's the most magical place on earth. I want a waffle shaped like Mickey Mouse's head. I want a what's the stupid snowman from Frozen? I want that, but a popsicle. Olaf. I want an Olafsicle. That way I can eat him and he'll be dead.
Let it go.
That movie sucked.
Eons of buffets.
Yeah, Golden Corral. We'll do a whole episode from Golden Corral, the stickiest place on earth.
Traveling changes your perspective. I backpacked through Southeast Asia for 6 months. Wow. Craig Turpin is worldly.
Yeah, I don't want to have cool stories though. I want to have lame stories.
Yeah.
Poutine. Yeah, I want to eat some poutine.
Joy Flores. I can't wait for the day I can go back to Chicago and Toronto without worrying about getting sick.
Disney does now have the only thing that ever made me really want to go there. I want to stand next to the real-life Millennium Falcon. Yeah, Disney, or the Star Wars place sounds neat. I'd go see Star Wars. Well, I've got a churro in one hand and a lightsaber in the other.
Yeah. Yeah. Disney's great if you don't live in California and Florida.
Mhm.
Yep. Geez, when I was living in California, my boss went to Disney, I mean, every month with his kids. I'm like, how do you even have fun if you go all the time? How is it even fun anymore?
I almost feel like Disney needs to be for like slightly older kids. Otherwise, they can't appreciate it. Like, this isn't normal. This is a very specific thing we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should do an Eons of Battle tour van. Paint a figure or base road trip.
I want to do. We go to every hobby shop in the state of Illinois.
Yeah, that would be really neat.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Meet all the weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I called up Not Unique Games and Gifts, and they do sell Warhammer products.
Oh yeah.
And 40k products.
Do they really?
And they
That's
carry
awesome.
Vallejo. Yeah, they didn't have it when I was last there. Like a year ago.
Was Savannah working there?
No, I'm sure they got rid of her when they closed.
Oh, what a world. It's a small world after all.
They should dye the churros and call them light churros. Bantapuru. Hobby shops are my Disneyland. Aww. JC Lance. Thank crap you guys are streaming. Every night.
Yeah.
Except Sundays.
Every night.
And extra on Fridays, but only for our patrons.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And, costs a $5. $5 gets you...
or more.
4 extra streams a week. Nope, they get you 4 extra streams a month.
A week. Jeez. Secret stream. There's a secret stream on Sunday.
Sunday is our recovery day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we go hard in the paint. I can see why most people put out one video a week.
Yeah. It is a lot.
But you know what? We ain't cowards. And we don't know what's good for us.
Not that people are cowards. Yeah. Good reporter. Maybe that's just my special OnlyFans camera of Nick sleeping. Never mind. Oh yeah, that cam was live every night.
What do I want to eat? I think I'm hungry right now too. But yeah, I want to eat weird burgers. I want to eat bugs. Not just like, grab one out of the air, but like if someone cooked up bugs and was like, this is food, I'd be like, I'll try it. I'll try dog. Let's get nuts.
My gosh. I would eat dog.
Oh, so this was Fluffy.
That's fine.
Oh, he's very chewy.
Yeah.
I think he needs a little catch-up.
You should have let him... yeah, you need to let him live for a little bit longer. I don't think cats would taste good.
It doesn't seem like they would be good.
Has anyone eaten a cat before? 2 in the Saint, 1 in the Paint.
Tower 115 podcast. What's the time over there? It is 9:50. Tower 115 podcast. What time is it for you? Also, do you have a podcast called Tower 115?
Yes. They contacted us about making a
Oh
video
right, yeah. No, it's coming to me.
that we need to get back to
Yes.
them about. We've been busy. We'll get back to you.
I'm busy painting GENESTEALERS. My cat regularly tries to eat me.
Yeah.
I knew a cat
I
that would
love a
just
good
bite me
cat.
because it could. Like,
Yeah.
it knew I didn't feed it,
There's.
and so it would just walk up and bite me.
Mm-hmm.
Not even aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
Just, walk on up, give me the eye, and then hump. And the owner thought it was funny,
It.
because it was, but not to me.
Well, of course he did. I think it's funny. Lucky bad. That's just cats, my dude. It isn't. Cat. There's lots of nice cats. I have a very nice
and
cat.
I've known nice cats too, but not that one.
Well, it's 10:51. Good old Eastern.
The cat just wanted you to know that you mean nothing to it. It's funny because I cat sitted every time that family went on vacation, and the cat was mad when I would come over, and now I'm in charge of it.
I would be too. Jeez. Well, no, the cat was still in charge of the cat. Cats are always in charge. You were just also there.
I was the one who could get the food out of the jar.
The handinator. I'm asking because all this talk about burgers has me thinking about McDonald's.
McDonald's sounds pretty good right about now.
Love a good McDick. There are better burgers.
For
Of course there
sure.
are, but they're not McDonald's.
Ooh, you know what I've been feeling lately?
I like McDonald's. I like McDonald's because they might spit in your food, and I just appreciate that.
I think maybe tomorrow I'll head to McDonald's and get the breakfast menu. It's been years.
What do you get?
I get the whole shebang. I get the pancakes. I get a nice hash brown, and then I usually get like an egg sandwich. I don't mess around.
Apparently.
Tamer Samar? Tamer Samar? Am I the only person who uses a magnifying glass lamp? I've been interested in trying out some magnifying glass says. I don't think I'd like a magnifying glass lamp, though, because it would be stuck in one spot.
I think you could move the head
You can
around.
move the head around, but then, like, I would rather have the glasses attached to me than to my desk. Maybe if you're in town, I'll make you my famous pancakes.
See, I had a girlfriend that said that she had famous pancakes, and then she made them for me and she burned them. So we'll see about that one.
Pancakes are like 2 ingredients.
Yeah, but well, I think she put like blueberries in them.
Okay.
And, they're like a. I don't know. She made them from scratch.
I like to think it was
too,
like Biz
not
Quick
like
and water,
mix.
but that's her famous recipe.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. But yeah, and it was certainly interesting. Sounds like she made them right to me. Oh, Joey Flores. Yeah, and then you have to just be nice. I wasn't though. I definitely roasted her, just like the pancakes. And definitely was like, all right. They were famous for getting burnt. Apparently. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I just did not understand what she meant. Or maybe they're so bad. That's what makes them famous.
Lucky Bat used to make blueberry pancakes. I like a good blueberry. I like a chocolate chip. I like a plain.
Ooh, chocolate chip. We've made pancakes.
Yeah. If you're feeling... Yeah.
We made chocolate chip ones, right?
Probably. If you're feeling a little naughty, you can replace pancake batter with cake batter. That's how you make an IHOP pancake.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys like IHOP? Cooker Void. They're famous for getting turned.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you make them with the cake batter. Dr. Drokel, I get a weird disconnect between my mind and my hand when I try to use the magnifying glass for painting. Same as when I try to use the Wacom tablet to draw.
I love the Wacom. I've never tried painting with magnification.
You whack off.
Yes, I whack off with my Wacom. I have the small one.
We know it. I could tell from here that you have the small one.
Ooh, walnut and banana pancakes. That sounds like a night. That sounds really good. IHOP is like Denny's. No one goes to IHOP. They end up at IHOP. IHOP is a little bit more... IHOP is...
Classy.
Yeah, a little more classy than Denny's. Like, you can't get a Grand Slam from IHOP.
I always wear a suit when I go to IHOP. 3-piece suit.
Yeah.
It's fun to have someone spell out IHOP and then say Ness. Yep. I get it.
Nothing is as classy as Waffle House. If you just look up Waffle House, or if you look up like Waffle House parking lot fights, it's a really fun Google search. Oh, Waffle House. Canadians do when they go to the States. Canadians like I got 40k on the brain. What do Canadians have up there? Do they have anything? They have like Moose Burger.
Yeah.
In Canada, it's like IHOP. The official name.
We talked about a long time ago going to Toronto. Yes. But never happened. Tim Hortons. I've heard about that.
Yeah, once again, I want to go someplace and then just pig out. Why wouldn't you?
That's true. Only if you're lame.
All they have in Canada is Tim Hortons.
Can we get a fact check from a Canadian?
That sounds right to me. Yeah, Tim Hortons, Moose, and Molson beer. Ooh, and don't they also have the Red Green Show? It's a great show.
I'm friends with the bunch. If you recall, I'm a hockey nerd now. Ah, yes. It's the Blackhawks. That's all I know about him.
And speaking of the Blackhawks, it is 10:01, everybody.
Oh my
Time
gosh.
flies.
Holy
New
jets.
video coming out tomorrow. It's a big one. So everybody watch it a
Yeah,
couple of
it's a
times.
big
Leave
one.
a comment about how wrong I am or how right I am. Every now and then we get one of those. Yeah.
Exactly. And we'll be streaming tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central.
Same bat time, same bat place.
Yeah.
End stream.